What I love about what Damyean Dotson doing is he's not just a three-point shooter now in the NBA. He's shown me so much more to his game. Here, freeze it there. Here he comes off the screen and roll. DeAndre Jordan sets the pick on the drag screen. And look at the defense. They're not ready for him. They're back in the lane, and he's got the ability to just not only knock down threes, but now he's knocking down shots off the dribble. He's completely expanding his game because you got to go over the screen with him. You can't go under the screen. If you go under the screen, he'll pull up and knock down that three. So you got to go over the screen. It's tougher for a defender to get over it, especially with a big screener like DeAndre Jordan. Look at all this room he has. He has so many options right here, and he does a good job of just getting to his spot. And I'll tell you, you can take some mid-range shots in the NBA nowadays. I mean, that's a shot he makes 80 to 90% of the time. Who cares if you can't get all the way to the basket? Just take what the defense gives you.
I was just going to tell you that we're told that that's the inefficient shot, that mid-range game. But more and more we're seeing players bring that shot back because that's the open shot.
It's the open shot, and a lot of defenses are catered towards running you off the three-point line because they don't want you shooting volume threes and getting a lot of looks at the three. So you got to adjust your game. If you can make that shot, take it and knock it down at a high percentage.
And as you said, defenses get to know a guy like Damyean Dotson. They know he's a very good three-point shooter, so you got to close out. When that happens, you got to prove you can get all the way to the basket. He does here.
Absolutely. The best thing about being a good shooter is you can actually be a good driver because you're such a good shooter.
I'm a very good driver.
And he frees it there. See, teams are going to run him off the three-point line. So he was all the way out here, so he saw that. So right when he caught it, you have to be up on his right hand for the catch and shoot. So then he sees that. He attacks the defender's closeout leg, which was this leg. The defender can't get square, and he's already got him beat to the lane. Now what's going to happen? Is help going to come? If help comes, he would find Hazonia, and he just gets the whole entire lane to the basket. Nobody's coming. Here's Rondo staying back with his man. They're going to dare Dotson to make the shot. They're going to try to make JaVale McGee block the shot, and Damyean Dotson takes it right to the basket and does a good job finishing. High over the shot blocker. That's what he's got to do. You got to release and extend with a lot of height and extension to get it over that shot blocker, and he's just showing the complete arsenal. He can get to the basket. He's got the mid-range games off the screen and roll. He's got the mid-range game off a handoff, and we know he's got the three-point shot and the catch and shoot.
Now, people think it's just that's the easy part, right? You have the open lane, just finish it at the basket. But you said something that's interesting. So the high finish, because you have a 7-foot with long arms like McGee, that's the difficult part to me. That finish, because it's the timing, but it's also the touch of having that kind of release that has to go way up high, still hit the glass, and still go in.
That's why, as a guard, you need a teardrop. You need a floater. You need to finish with different angles, and you also need to finish with your weak hand to get around shot blockers a lot of times. It's not too often where he could have dunked that ball if there was no defense coming over to help. But JaVale McGee is a big, long guy, and he made that shot tough to get over him. But Damyean Dotson has really added that to his arsenal and added that to his game to go along with his game really blossoming in his second year.